in a place where the sun kisses the waves, where dreams dance on the sand. Lumina Bay, with its stunning shores, a slice of paradise so grand. Morning light on the tranquil beach, barefoot walks hand in hand, joy and love in the salty breeze. This is where our hearts expand. The Lumina Bay, where life is bright, with nights that sparkle and days so fine. From golden dawn to starry skies, we find our peace of mind. Neon lights and the laughter sings as the moonlight paints the town. In every heart there's a song to play, and we never feel let down. With the best of care at every stride, emergencies meet their match. Innovations keeping us safe and sound. In Lumina Bay they catch. The Lumina Bay, where life is bright, with nights that sparkle and days so fine. From golden dawn to starry skies, we find our peace of mind. Lumina Bay, where life is bright, with nights that sparkle and days so fine. From golden dawn to starry skies, we find our peace of mind. Our peace of mind.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode number 2 of Lumina Bay City Skylines series. Where last we left off, we just got finished with Kent Square. We've gained roughly $2,000 weekly income, probably $2,700 in weekly income. We're at $57,000 on our bank accounts for the city, and we have 3,427 people. It's a very good, sorry about that, give me a moment. There we go, okay. Just gotta make sure that was working right. Oh, why can't we hear me? What's going on here? Hang on, a little bit up. 65 maybe, there we go, okay. Alright. We've installed a couple of mods since the last update. First off, Render It. We've installed the Render It mod. The Render It mod just kind of removes the dinginess of the outside, so you can start seeing everything. On top of that, Render It also makes the city look so much better. Look how good that looks. Just awesome. Just awesome. Really good. We have a Wendy's here. We did make it historical. That's good. So we have Kent Square. Kent Square is a nice spot. So now what I'm going to do before we get started is I'm going to go back through to the announcement post that we have. So we have a tie currently for refining the traffic and creating farming. So how about this? Since it ended in a tie, we'll just do both. Since the situation ended in a tie, we're gonna just do both. We're gonna go ahead and just do both today. So let's see where we would have a farm industry in our area, and we actually don't have any. So what I can do, 2,000. I think I'll build over here and grab this farm industry. Is that, I believe that's farm. Yes, farm. Farming, fertile land. Perfect, fertile land. Yeah. Kent Square High School is looking really good. I believe it looks really nice. We may need to raise that parking lot up a bit. I did go back, watch the video from last day. Oops. Fuck. That's not. I need like a 20 here. Here we go. We're gonna need to delete this and kind of unclip that because we need to raise the parking lot here. There we go. Parking lot's been raised. Fantastic. There we go. Now we don't have any lopsided parking spaces. That looks good. We have Kent Square Cemetery. And look, it's pretty busy. People are dying, so people are going to go want to see their loved ones. We have Kent Square Medical Park, or Medical Center. And it's just a medical center, and it's surrounded by industry. It's just what it is. However, we have a few objectives for today. So we are going to not only buy the objectives for the episode, we're going to further refine our traffic and our road setups. And we are going to create farming industry. Farming industry is going to do us really well out here, and we'll set up a industrial farm out here. That'd be great. Okay. First things first, though. Another major objective for the day. Creating this school parking. The elementary school looks horrible. It does. It looks pretty horrible. To be honest, it looks really horrible. So we're just going to kind of extend it a bit. And we're going to kind of flow it in here. Into this little soft area. Kind of just... There we go. Alright, now we are going to keep it paused. We don't want people to think that their school is being taken away. Move that there. Alright. First things first, we're going to put a bit of a double road in because this is a school. It's going to require some interesting stuff here. So, double road. So now, there's a major road to get people in and out of the school. So what we're going to do now is we're going to place the school where we want it. And the school is going to be right up against the road. Okay, there we go. Now, we need to do... I think I'm going to go for a more tree kind of look here. A more tree-ish kind of look. In front of the school, at least. Alright, last but not least, we'll just maneuver this onto the road. There we go. Check that out. It's starting to look good. Alright, extend that out. There we go. Look at that. And we can kind of maneuver this a bit. There we go. Our elementary school is in the spot. Now, one thing you're going to want for any elementary school is a playground. Yes, playground. Playground for the kids. But then, you also, 100% more, are also going to want a fence-in area. Some sort of fence. Some sort of fence that... let's not do snapping stuff. Let's just disregard all for a second here. Alright. You're going to want a fence around our school system. Right. Perfectly. There we go. We now have a fence. So now the kids can't really run. Well, I say can't really run, but you know what? Everybody knows what I mean. Alright, so now we need parking. One thing that is effective in all schools is parking. Parking is just that. Parking is something that is kind of required, in my opinion. Okay. So we're going to create a small parking lot in here. Alright, there we go. Small parking lot. Now, kind of extend it out a bit. small parking. So now, go back over here, do some parking. And look at that, folks. We have a small area for people to park. That's kind of shitty. So we're going to take some eminent domain here. And in this... Take some eminent domain here, everybody. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now we'll do this. Click, and we'll just lower. There we are. I'm going to make this look pretty good. So now we're going to go here. We're going to go to our custom items. And we have these 3 ring parkings. So, boom, boom. And then we'll also have a 3 set parking there. That kind of looks horrible. That also looks horrible. Okay. What we'll do... We'll leave it just like that. We'll fill it up with dual parking and then 1 single parking spot. That is what that looks like. Let's move this a bit so that it looks kind of good. There we go. There we go. Now check that out. We have a small parking area where people can park in our school. We have a park for our school, our kids to come to. And then what we'll do is we'll just put another parking spot, a bigger parking spot right here. And that way people, you know, have the ability, so to speak. Let's go ahead and get rid of those houses. Again, we're going to take a little bit more eminent domain because we want... There we go. Perfect. Look at this. I think this looks pretty neat. Now what we're going to do is we got a lot of open tree space, open landscaping, open land that there really it doesn't need to be, right? Century modern, we're in a boreal area a little bit, you know. First off, we are going to need to create a new kind of new thing, so to speak. Okay. Make sure the street is a part of that. And we exit that a bit. And now what we're going to do, Kent Square Elementary School. SCHOL. There you go. Boom. Kent Square Elementary School. So we now have Kent Square Medical Center, Kent Square High School, Kent Square Cemetery, Kent Square itself, Kent Square Park, Kent Square Elementary School, and the Kent Square Industrial Complex. With 3,000 people combining this area, we should be going good. Now, a couple of things. A little bit of landscaping. Let's see what type of landscape we have out here. So those are going to be small trees. There they are. We found them. Those are just green trees, huh? Well, that's fine. I'm going to put a little bit of trees in here. We're going to make this little tree area. Okay. Then we're going to sprinkle a couple of other trees. So we'll sprinkle a couple of alder trees. Couple of alders. Make it look like a little forest. And in actuality, think I'm going to change a little bit of this. Because what's one thing that many people want to see when they're coming into their neighborhood? And I hate my dogs. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. My dog doesn't understand not to bark. Just gonna build a little forest in here. Little forest. Okay. But one thing we're gonna do though is we're actually gonna remove these trees. It'll leave us a little bit of an open space where people can see the school from the road. As they're traveling down the road, they're going to see the school and go, oh, wow, that's a nice school. Yeah, also, we're going to do a couple of things here. All right, let's do a few things here. All right, how's that look? That looks pretty good. We are going to just kind of take a little bit more of the alder approach. And we're going to just kind of just paint a shit ton of trees right here around the cemetery. We want trees. Trees are good for the city. Trees are really good for the city, actually. The only place where trees aren't going to be good, to be honest, is the beach area right here, which we'll fix in a second. And the roads, which we'll also fix in just a second. So, first things first, let's get this area cleared out. People want their beach views. Look at that, beach view. We don't want trees in the industrial park because they will turn gray and dingy and gross. We don't want trees in our interstate system because you want to keep it clear so that you have a clear, unobstructed view. Now look, much better looking city. Much better looking city. The battlements kind of fit into this scenario. We're actually going to do something else that I was thinking about the other day. We're going to put a dirt walking path. Just a dirt walking path. We're actually going to just freeform it through here. Just a dirt walking path. People can walk past the battlements, be able to see them, be able to, we might have to take a little bit of eminent domain here. I'm so sorry about your house, but now we're going to do this. Move it mod. This is why I love the move it mod, folks. You make this look good. Move it right up against the thing. There you go. Look, now people can walk right up on the battlements and they can see them. They can see them. They can experience them just like everyone else. Perfect. And they're a little separated from the cemetery, so they're not going to see the cemetery. Yeah, I wish I could find... oh, okay. The other thing. I do also have Lighthouse. I do also have something called the Find It mod. Find It 2.9.6. It is anything that is not buyable. So, for example, if I wanted to put an abandoned lighthouse here, say we need an abandoned lighthouse, like, yeah, look, Kent Square, right up along the water, right? We put an abandoned lighthouse. Just boom. See, now look, we can use the Move It mod, and we can just tone it down to whatever way we want, and that's perfect. Look at that. Let's soften the terrain a bit. There we go. Check that out. Oh, well, that's kind of garbage, but okay. There we go. Raise it up a bit. Raise it up a bit. All right, now let's do 21. Oops. We'll just flatten it out right here, just a little bit, and then we'll just soften things. We'll soften it to make it look good. There we go. Look at that. And then what we can do is we can also put a little, let's see. So, there's that. Okay. We can also put a little, walkway, walking path. A dirt walking path. We can put a little dirt walking path. Just boom. Right? We're just going to do a straight dirt walking path here for a minute. We'll come back to it, I promise. We are not that big of a heathen. We're going to take a little bit of eminent domain here. Just a little bit. We're going to remove that there. There we go. Remove that there business. They're going to be a little mad at us for a minute, but that is fine. Soften the terrain. Ooh. No, slope the terrain. Alright. Alright, with sloping. Secondary mouse button to get the terrain you want. And then slope it. So that way it looks good. Look at this. It's so good. There we go. Now, people can walk down the path without falling down a cliff. And now that we have the path, right? So now we need to just kind of adjust it a bit. So there's that. Now, boom. And then what we'll do is we'll put this path here, and then we'll just kind of keep it going. Huh. Well, that's a problem. No, that's not a problem. I don't know why it's not a problem. Move that out a bit. Adjust the path. Push it forward a bit. Boom. And then push it out. And we have a dock out here. Little dock. Don't worry. That's going to be fixed. There we go. Alright, now move it, mod. Look at the dock. Look at the little dock out here. So graceful, so peaceful. And what we can actually do is we can look for the little pieces that... Oh, wait. Oh, wait a minute. There. We don't have to look. D-O-C-K. Nope. Ruined dock. Ruined. There we go. Alright. Here we go. Ruined pier. A little bit of a ruined pier. So then we just move it downwards. Boom. Moving it a bit. Boom. Now, what we can do, flatten the space here. Just flatten that, right? Then we can put a little walking path directly right up to it. And just maneuver it a bit. Boom. Now people can walk to the broken pier. Look at that. It looks good. There we go. We're doing good for ourselves here, guys. Okay. So Kent Square is relatively done. One of the things that was the tie, and we're going to do, is to... is to optimize traffic a bit. So, that is what we're going to do. So, we're going to start off with the place that I think needs the most optimization. And that is the is this area here. So, first things first, we are going to put in a different road here. We're going to go for the industry road now that we have it. Number one, industry road. It's leading into industry. We don't want number two. We are going to delete this for a minute. Give us a little bit more of a kind of... There we go. Check that out. Now, we will go back and we will look in for the... No. Okay. So then we're going to upgrade this into a regular industry road. Or regular road. We have $34,000 to do this with, so I don't think this is going to be a problem. There we go. So now look, it's added in directly into our lane math. As I was explaining last episode, lane math. So leading there and there, right? And there, boom. We have turn lanes, right? So now boom and then boom. This one goes front, so this one doesn't have any delay in traffic, and this one goes into the fishing area. Perfect. So that is how you do lane math. And on this one, I see our problem. There we go. That's why it was looking all wonky. That goes forward, and these turn. This one turns there, and this one turns there. And look, now we have perfect situations, and everybody can just go straight on that one. Boom. Now, we do have, I'm anticipating this to become a major roadway. So, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to upgrade it to just look like that. So, now, people are going to transition into the industrial complex, but they're also going to try to transition home. So, this will kind of fill a void, so to speak. Now, we need to do a double lane here, because this is going to become, and actually, I think I'm going to preempt this. I'm changing my mind on the fly. This is usually how I work. We're going to go ahead and just do this full-on double. We need to upgrade our lanes here. Let's see if I can find the one that I'm looking for. And it's going to remove somebody's house, and I'm so sorry about that, but that's going to have to be done. The reason behind this is relatively simple. Straight. You can go that way or that way, right? So, and then you guys transfer that way. You know what? No. Let me get the word D. There we go. Now everybody goes the way they want to go. All right. Lanes work, right? Straight, straight, and curve. There we go. Check this out. So this lane makes sense now. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this 25 miles an hour because you're going through a freaking in a residential zone. Well, why would you want to do 30 mile an hour in a residential zone? No idea. However, this doesn't look good at all, does it, guys? This does not look good one bit. So what we're going to do, node controller, and we're going to make it, there we go. Now it looks good. Check that out. She looks so much better. So much better. We are going to remove a few of these internal walking areas. And now we work it. Oh boy. That's a problem. Alright. Let's go ahead and straighten it. Oh my goodness. That's Wow. Wow. No. No. Wow. Huh. That's not cool. That's not good at all. There we go. That'll have to do because that is a wild prospect, everybody. That is a very wild prospect. Gives us a little bit more on the side over here, but it's still a wild prospect if that was happening. So we're going to lose some people. We're going to lose some people. But in the long run, it'll be great. So you have a turning lane, and then you have your travel lanes. Boom. Now, boom, boom, and boom, boom. There we go. Now, and it'll work out this way. And we're going to go ahead and do this here. Adjust that. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect. Just perfect. We're going to maneuver this a bit. Move this back, though. Booyah. All right. Now our revamping road system over here is completely good. And the big roads are interesting. You know what we'll do? Move this a bit to right there, right? We're going to just do that. Yes. That actually now starting... Okay, so then turning zone, frontal zone, frontal zone. Front zone, front zone. There we are. Well, check that out. Check that out. There's not nearly enough fishing boats to come out of here just yet that I need to worry about a second lane here. Not nearly enough. And I think we now have this optimized. However, we are now going to have to do something that is going to require some... Whoa. Huh? Huh. There we go. That's much better. Okay, we're now going to have to do something here that makes sense. This is going to be a, well, let's be honest, a very busy constructed road. Or this is going to be a now very busy road, right? So, we're going to need two things here. We're going to need dedicated lanes. So I'm going to put a time traffic light here. So, boom, boom, right? Boom, right? Forward and forward. Lane math. Lane math is a thing still in this situation. This road is coming out of an industrial, kind of a residential area. It's not going to be that busy. This road, however, this road's going to be busier than hell. And so, what are we going to do? We're going to make it a timed traffic light. So we're going to go ahead and click time traffic light. Now there's a traffic light here. First traffic light on this road besides the one at the... No, wait. I forgot stop signs all throughout this place. Well, first time traffic light anyway. Let's see. Rest of those roads look good. Looking good. No problems. No problems. Let's see. This is going to be a problem. We're going to need to do a... We're going to need to do a 3-lane. Boom. 3-lane. So, the reason we do 3 lanes is relatively simple here. Right? So, you go, boom. You have a designated turning lane for the traffic of the interstate and 2 travel lanes. Right? But, same thing. Wait, the fuck? You've got to be kidding me. Okay. We'll use something different for that one then. Hey, 7 lanes. I don't need 7 lanes. I don't need 7 lanes. 6-lane 2x4. No, I need 2x3. Fuck. That's fine. You know what? That works. That actually works because I can do... I can do something cool here. So, dedicated turning lane, front, 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 and then side, front, front, and then side. Ooh. Ooh. Hold on. Oh, I see what the hell I just did, and I'm an idiot. Ladies and gentlemen, let it be known that I am an idiot. That is going to be a major problem. We'll have to make that a... that's going to be a major problem, and we'll have to make that a solution here. Let's try that. Perfect! And if we're going to do that, then we might as well just do this. Yeah, that'll work. There we go. So, here we go. Perfect. That was what was fucking us up. Turning lane, a forward lane, and a forward lane, right? That was what was fucking us up there, guys. In there, and in there, and in there. And we're not going to allow people to turn from this way. If you want to go that way, you're going to have to take another street. Right? And what we're not going to allow either, we're not going to... You know what? We are going to delete this road. It's going to cause a lot of backup problems here. And it's not going to be a fun solution, or fun part of the solution. So we're going to delete that road now. And we're going to add in another set of houses here. Let's delete that too. Let it all build back. And then now we should have a good road system. Now we'll come back over here. Forward. 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 Side. Forward. 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 Side. There we go. We have to do something about this. This is going to be easy to solve, I believe. It should be easy to solve, but you never know. Slope it. Oh, and it's still easy to solve. There we go. There we go. Now look at that. Now we just do this, and we ensure that we do not have a crosswalk in the middle of that. And we do not want a crosswalk in this one either. Crosswalks are not fun for civilizations. So now we're going to need to do just lanes. This is refining. This is what refining the traffic processes means here, ladies and gentlemen. Just refining traffic. Now, let's go ahead and the same way we did the other one, just do it in reverse. So, oops. I put that in the wrong one. Oop. Same way we did the other one, we'll just do it in reverse. That way everybody knows where they're going and everybody can get to where they're going. Now, this needs to be turned into a slope. 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 Freeform. Or move it tool. And lower that down. Boom. Oh no. You suck. Why are we doing this? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? There we go. Boom. Perfect. So now look at it. It's a perfectly sloped bridge. Trucks and cars can still go underneath it, and it's not too steep for trucks and cars. All right, now what we're gonna do here? We still need to do this because that's gonna need to be done throughout the entirety of this. I'm about to sneeze. I apologize, guys. Excuse me. I apologize to anyone who was watching. Alright, we're just going to have to redo the lane math. And what we're going to see here when we redo the lane math is just that. One thing, we're just going to see a little bit more flowing traffic, which is good. However, we are needing to upgrade a couple of lanes. And in order to do so, we're going to have to move this pump. That's fine. Pump can move over a little bit. Make room, pump, because we got some shit we got to do. Now, the reason we do this... Boom, 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 right? These people can go this way. Now, not everybody's packed up in a single lane. Right? Over here, same thing. Boom, boom, boom. And boom, boom, and boom. Everybody has their own lane. You want to go that way, you go in that lane. You go that way, you go in that lane. Perfect. What else are we missing? We are not missing anything. Maybe. No, we are missing a few things. Turning off... turning off lane crosswalks is... I mean, you know what? Keeping crosswalks on here may be a good thing, so that people can cross the road. But keeping the crosswalks... crosswalks just are the dumbest thing in the world. So now, at least in this game, crosswalks are good. Any other game, or any other way, like in real life, crosswalks are good. I'm just gonna give it a couple of stop signs. Here, stop signs. One place we do... Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Now, we are going to, again, disable crosswalks on the outer routes. Disable, disable, enable, enable. Yep, there we go. So now look, there's no crosswalks across the busy street. But that would be fine, yeah. People just have to drive across the busy highway. Just drive their car. Okay, this is going to be a problem, I assume, so I have to fix this. Yep, there we go. And then there we go. Perfect. Perfect. Now, let's just watch for a minute. We're going to, on pause, we're going to watch as the traffic sorts itself out here for a minute. And look, now everybody's going to use their... You know what we can do? Since we did remove that one way to get in and out, we just build a walking path. Just build a walking path here, guys. Build a walking path. Move it mod. Delete this. Move it mod. There we go. Last but not least, there we go. We now have a walking path. Perfect. Oh, people can walk through there. Oh my goodness, you are just a stubborn thing, and you don't... Denny's! Historical. Yo, we have a Denny's, guys. Woo! Alright, now traffic should be flowing now. Traffic is flowing now. Look at the traffic here. That's just gonna go good. What we're gonna do now is we need to go back through this and... You know what? I see what it's trying to tell me to do, and I like the idea. I like the idea this has had. I like the idea that this has had. The game sometimes gives you good ideas of what to do, and that is one of them. Oh, look. We have a main road leading in and out of the industry that most of the people from working there will be able to take. And some trucks might be taking it. Yeah, they're taking it, but not a lot of trucks. Most of them are going to take the outer route. Look, we now have solved pretty much. Let's go to our traffic problem, or let's go to our traffic viewer. We've caused a little bit more traffic here. But other than that, we have went up 10% on our traffic flow since the last time. This is always going to be a very busy intersection here, but down here is going to do wonders. And look how good this is looking. Like, now the kids have a school. Hell yeah. That's a fantastic start. Alright. We're going to let this run for a minute. There's a reason we're going to let it run. And we're just going to watch for any problems, especially right here by our newly created traffic area. The reason, and I think I'm starting to see a problem. Let me just make sure before I say yes or no here. Did I see a tractor trailer just cut through? No, I didn't. Okay, good. It was just an errant tractor trailer, I guess. No, I did. Because this truck just did it. Yes, this truck just did it. Okay. Why is that, I wonder? Why are you cutting through? What have I done here that makes you cut through here? So, I want to ensure you guys can go to either or. So I'm going to put that like that. There we go. So now, let's see if it solves my truck cutting through. So you see that errant truck that just came through and just did a loop here and then drove through? We don't want that. This Walmart truck is in the way. Look, and now the truck coming from that way should be going straight. Perfect. Perfect. Look, the truck that was doing it is going straight now. Look at that. We've turned off our effects on accident. There we go. And look, now we have a good traffic flow. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to wait for the day. And when the day comes, we're going to move down to... we're going to kind of build out in here. We're going to have to move this. We're going to find a place for this. We're going to have to build out in here. More houses, more kind of areas. And we're going to start a farm. Start a farming industry right out here. The one thing, and this I'm glad I just thought of this. One thing that I have completely forgotten. This fishing industry is not going to make us any money besides paying the workers, which makes us a sort of money. But if we go here to our bank monetaries, right, and we look at our budget for our income. Income. Here you go. Our industry is only making about 480, and if you think about it, yeah, our fishing is only making us about 480. It's costing us 56, but it can be so much more. Okay, so now 0% of my income is coming from the fishing industry. Why is that, I wonder? Oh, because it's changed weeks. Okay. There's a reason behind that. And that I'm going to solve right now. So what's the one thing you want when having fishing as a fish market? Right? Look at this. A fish market is freaking huge. It's huge. I don't have any place to put it. So, we are going to take a little bit of liberty. I want to say liberty, but not liberty. We're going to do a little something across the way over here. So, but we need it to get daytime before we can do it. We most definitely need the day before we can do this, because we're going to have to flatten some land, and we're going to have to completely kind of overhaul our situation. A fish market sells fish, right? Our fish factory sells fish to export ability, or exportability, so that's good. Our landfill, ooh, I'm glad I looked at this when I did. Slight issue here, ladies and gentlemen. The landfill site is getting to the point where it's going to get full. We're going to need another one. So, we're going to need another one. So, what are we going to do? Well, unfortunately, I feel bad for whoever's job this is right at the start of this road. But it's, you're going to lose it. I'm very sorry about this, but, yep. I'm sorry, guys. My apologies. Because we definitely need another landfill. And we'll do some large garbage trucks just like the last one. A little slower, a little bit more on the uptake, but a bit more, so to speak. All right. You know what? While we're thinking about it, we are going to go ahead and just optimize our industry here. Optimization. Optimization is key, guys. You don't want to not optimize. Optimization is always the key to everything. There we go. Check that out. There's a reason we don't have industrial here. It's because you don't want it right on the entrance road to a space. That's how you get traffic. That's how you get really big traffic snarls, and it's stupid. Boom. Look at that. Look at all the industry growing over here. What we can do, too, is we can kind of transfer to another facility. That's what we're going to do. We're going to empty it to another facility. We'll empty it to this one, and then this one will continue to run, and this one will be full. That's a problem. We're going to need more water here. We are just following the road systems. Any good self-respecting engineer would do that. The roads are your best ability for water. And look at this. It is flowing smoothly. Smoothly, I may add. Smoothly. Very beautiful. Very good. Awesome. Let's see if our walk path... It is! Look at all the people walking past. Look at this. They're all taking advantage of the walking path here. I see part of the issue. So we're going to fix it. We're going to give them a crosswalk right here. That way they don't have to walk all the way around and they can just walk across. There we go. Perfect. Look at how many people are walking on our walking path around our battlements. They're enjoying the sun view. They're enjoying the view of the old historical battlements, and it looks great. Look at that. Looks great. Good job. Good job, me. Alright, our football stadium is getting some attention. 25 visitors this week. Pretty good. Pretty good. Our school is, there's 457 high school students in this city, and 241 of them are actually in school right now. So, that's pretty good. And we can actually put the policy. Education boost. No, can't do that yet. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. What is the one thing that we are missing here in Kent Square? That's another part of what I've been talking about. Let's see if I have it. If I'm allowed to use it, and I am. Cool. One thing we have been missing here in Kent Square is a public space, free use library. So, I'm going to take a little bit of eminent domain here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to build a public space, free use library in Kent Square. And it's going to be called the Kent Square Public Library. Now, we have a perfect thing for this. Book fair. Now we're going to increase everybody's happiness. It's going to act like a park now. We should see, we're seeing one person walk in there. Look, there's a guy. He's enjoying the public library. Look at him. Bradley Crowley. Welcome to the Kent Square Library, Bradley. All right. We have a worker problem. Worker problem. Do we have a solution? We are almost to the solution to worker problems. Perfecto. What is your problem? Too few services. What? Well, I have services here in this area, right? Too few services. What does the too few services mean? Like, I'm actually slightly confused. Oh, that would be part of the issue. Yeah. There is no medical center over here, so that can be fixed. There is no medical clinic over here, which is fine. We'll do a rural clinic because that is okay. A rural clinic, and we're actually going to put that. We'll put that like in the middle. We'll put it like a little clinic right here, just a little clinic. That way, they have a place. We'll make sure AMR's covering it, because AMR. And we're going to just kind of delete this, because we don't need a one building here when we can just do a small parking lot. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Look at that. Now, you shouldn't have that many issues with the no few services now, because I have a police station over here. I have two police stations over here. No, I have one. Lumina Bay, Kent Square Industrial. Oh, wait a minute. Are you still having no few services? Williams Incorporated, you are having a problem, and I don't know what to solve your problem with. I don't know how to solve your problem. I know how to solve the few residentials, so we need more houses. Flat out and simple. We need more houses. First thing is first, I'm thinking this is we've kind of spread the wealth, so to speak, on the 50%. So now we've got both of these full, and everybody can do their work. Yeah. All right. So we need to move that. We need to move that. That needs to be moved. What's this? Advanced coal. That's our power plant. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. We are going to again. I want to leave this here. It's earning us a good bit of money, but we're running out of power problems again, huh? We are running into power problems again. Well, how much wind is out here? Fair dinkum amount of wind is out here. This is an investment, but this will actually give us some ability here. We have now wind power. We've just went down $24,000 for 2 wind turbines, and they work. The wind turbines are right here by the fishing docks. Why? Because it's the best place for them. They make noise. We missed another day, which is fine. Our library seems to be doing well. 14 users this day. Cool. Oh, you got me. There's not supposed to be any parking on that street. There isn't supposed to be any parking on that street either. Nor on these streets. You guys all should be parking in the parking lot for the medical center. The medical center has a ginormous parking lot for a reason. Plus, this road needs to be kept clear for ambulances. Ah, yes. We got a yakisoba. We got a yakisoba building. A building from the Asian update. Very beautiful building. I mean, I like this town. I do. I like this city. And Lumina Bay is coming along, everyone. It is coming along. All right. We're not going to wait any much longer. Do some factory stuff. I think I'm going to do more industrial over here. Kind of just fits with the... What is this? This is an old house. This can be moved. We'll move and make this into a Kent Square edition. Reason behind that. Little bit of chop, little bit of chop, little bit of chop. Okay. All right. Page up. Look at this. All right, now we just need to clear out the trees. Actually, leave the trees. That actually looks really good. Let's soften the terrain a bit. Or let's at least bring the terrain up a bit. There we go. There we go. There we are. Perfecto. Perfecto, everybody. Look, and there's still people. Look at all the people driving their bikes and walking down the footpath to the past the battlements. That's perfect. Okay. We are going to extend this industrial road a bit. We have 31,000, and we should be fine here. So, we're going to do something. Just going to extend this industrial road. There is a reason behind that. So we want to put our farming area over here. Now that the sun's coming up, we can definitely start seeing it. But we want our industrial area for the said farming to be over here. So, let's set that up. Also, I should have industrial 4 lanes. If I'm not mistaken, I should have industrial 4-lane roads. Large airport, industrial 6-lane. I should have industrial 4 lanes. I know I have. I should have. I know I should have industrial 4 lanes. I just don't remember where I put them. And in all actuality, an industrial 6-lane would do good here. Alright, so, problem. Slight problem. Nothing too serious, but slight problem. I should have had an industrial 4-lane road. There it is. It's small, though. It's the small industrial 4-lane. Oh, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate, guys. That's unfortunate, guys. That's unfortunate. But there it is. That works. There we go. So now, what we just did, problem is that slight problem. See, that is a problem. That's the problem here. And we're going to have to do that. We're going to have to do that with a 6-lane, asymmetrical 7-lane. There we go. There we are. Much better. Much better. Much better. Okay, asymmetrical 7 lanes. So, and then we're going to have to unstrap that back to a road. There we go. Now, one of two things I can do here is keep this highway exit and then just let them all filter in through. Or I can upgrade this a bit. I can build a... Do I have interchanges? I do. I can build a 3-way interchange. Right? Kind of where... that is. Kind of in that space. I would have to remove some stuff, so I can't do that, unfortunately. We're going to have to stick with this for now and optimize it the best that we can for an industrial complex. That sucks, but it does in fact suck. But it is what it is. What we're going to do, just do that. Okay, now. And actually, we don't need the 7-lane. We need a 6-lane asymmetrical 6x2 or a 4x2. There we go. Perfect. 4x2. And it fits. Kind of looks horrible, but it fits. Looks kind of dumb. Ah, that looks better. That looks better. Looks better. Crosswalks. No crosswalks. Absolutely no crosswalks. This is not a crosswalk area. You are not allowed to crosswalk here. We will do something completely different to figure out your crosswalking ability. No, and play. Alright, cool. We'll figure out how to get you to your destination without having to do crosswalks. We'll probably do a square walk or something. Some sort of square walking path. Okay. So, now, we need to pause it because we're going to pause. We're going to use up some of our money here. And we're going to keep the sun out, I believe. We're going to keep the sun out for a while. We're just going to give ourselves a little space. Oops, that's the wrong road, ladies and gentlemen. Give ourselves a little bit of space here to kind of grow. What we're going to do too, we also downloaded a mod that allows us to toggle zoning. We're going to unzone this road. Upgrade. Unzone. Oh no, for fuck's sake. Oh boy, for shit's sake. Why? There we go. We're going to unzone that road. There's a reason we're unzoning that road. Because we don't want anything built on the primary road. The road that leads to the air industry zone. We don't want anybody clogging this up trying to pull into another place. So what do? Perfect. Now, what else we need to do? We need a key, and we need to upgrade that road. And in order to do that, now we don't have people. Now we don't have people that don't. This area is not going to zone anybody because why? Well, let's be honest. It doesn't need to. You don't clutter up your in free space here. You're with a zoning ability. You don't. That's not a good sound practice. You just don't do it. You just don't do it. Okay. I'm going to extend our water supply over here. And we're still pushing a little bit of our supply. We're going to probably need to increase supplying here. That's fine, because what we're going to do is we're going to maneuver this into a prime spot. Oh, no, we don't need... This is a pump. This isn't a... This is a... That is a problem. We're actually not going to do that. We just do our pumping right here on the side. Now we're actually going to then take this and we're going to put it back where it belongs. Back where it was for now. Back where it was for now. We are now up to 16 grand. Alright, and we're going to just do a little parking here. Little parking magic. Park. Booty. Now, people can park in the backside if they work somewhere. They have free parking. Cool. Sweet. Alright, that solves our water pumping problem. Or, not our water pumping problem. It solves our water treatment problem. We still have a pumping problem. As we're going to need to start pumping more water if we're going to increase our water, increase our area of what was the word of that? Oh, we still need to increase our water. Let's just put it that way. So what we're going to do is we're going to just install this pump, and we're going to put this... I'll just install this here. Okay. This should focus up as a water pump, and it should go good. So now what we're going to do. Boom. And we are jumping in the monies. Jumping in the money. We're jumping in the money. That's great. I am so happy that we are jumping in the money. We are going to put another power plant out here. That's one thing we're going to need to do. Another power plant. So, boom. Another coal plant. Just enough to get us some power out here, just to provide us some power to the rest of our civilization. And we're going to do a high voltage line across the road here. Boom. Boom. Boom, and boom. There you go. We now have high voltage lines. Crisscrossed, and ready. Check this out. Boom. Look. Look, guys. We're ready. We're going to make this a timed traffic light. Or shift click, or control click. There we go. And we're going to start seeing a massive influx of people trying to come over here, and we're going to start seeing. Look at all the. We are raking in the demand. But we are at the 1 hour and 14 minute mark. We plan to take a break right at the 1 hour mark. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a short break. I'm going to go get myself some water, and we will be right back, everybody. Okay, I am back, everyone. Welcome back, welcome everybody. Okay, sorry about that. While we were waiting for our water to fill, we did leave the game running, and we earned about $9,000. So we're up to 55 grand now. So we're still doing good. We're still doing good. Currently gaining about 9 grand every week now. And I want to know where my income is coming from. Where's my income coming from? I'm losing about $7,000 weekly in my water sewage, but I'm gaining some massive amounts of money somewhere. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't. Weekly income of 10 grand. I just don't know where the 10 grand is coming from. I guess it's coming from my taxes, which, if I'm making that much, I'm going to lower my tax rate on at least my residentials. We'll lower you guys down to 7. No, we'll lower you 6. Well, you know what? 5. We'll cut the taxes a bit. Let everybody make more money, and we're still fine. Okay. So now we have industrial areas over here. What we're going to do is we're building industrials. We are building, this area is industrial, right? So we're going to get rid of the trees. We're getting rid of all the trees in this kind of just area. Why? Because let me be clear. Your trees will do nothing but wilt and die in industrial areas. Exhibit A, if you look, there is kind of like a gray hue. You see how the grass has become gray and just gross? Right? That's called pollution. I've turned pollution's like hue off because it off-puts me every time with the Render It mod. But if I were to turn the pollution back on, let's just, for example, turn the pollution back on. Let's, options, environment. Turn the fog back on. Oop, dynamic fog. There we go. See, look at the hue. Look at the hue that's kind of released by the pollution. But then when I remove it, it's gone. It's just off-putting, that's all. Alright, save this. Okay. It's off-putting. Now, we are going to do something here in Kent Square. No, we're not going to do that. Not yet. Oh, we need people. We need people. We need people. People to work. People to work. People to play. People to do things here in the town. So we're going to wait a little while. We'll kind of let... I guess these are going to have to work themselves out. What we'll do... We have a hospital over here, right? We have a hospital. We don't need... we're going to just... We're going to leave this kind of space. We're going to put a massive row of houses here across the world. Oh, wait. I did something stupid. There we go. I got to make sure I remember to do that. I'm going to put a massive row of just houses here. Just grid houses. The reason why is it helps. You know, having a lot of people helps. We're gonna not. There we go. I'm gonna try to maintain the beach rear. Maintain that beach there. We've got a little bit of a bridge building there, which is fine. Let's again do it like that, and then we'll do that. And then we'll do that. And then we'll do this. And then we'll do this. And this will give us our grid design. We're just going to grid it out. Just kind of grid. It's not really a grid. More or less it's a... I don't know. I mean, it's just a one giant suburb, right? One giant suburb. We are going to also extend... Now, do we want to... No, we do not want to extend Kent Square. This is going to be a whole new suburb. So, use the highway. Extend this out a bit. And this is going to be a whole new suburb over here. Oops. Whole new suburb. whole new thing of suburbia over here called Orchard Square. Kent Square, we have Kent Square, now we have Orchard Square. Look at that. We don't need another square. I'll probably rename that. Orchard Square. Yeah, no, I'll definitely rename that. That is not... it's definitely not staying. These are... You guys are dying over here without people, so I'm going to have to expand some more here. Oh, no, we're not expanding Orchard Square all the way in. No. Hell no. Well, we are, but we're going to expand the industrial park as well. We got some major plans here coming here, everybody. Major plans here. Okay, major plans. No, what are you doing, you weirdo? God dang it. Sometimes I am not the brightest individual. Oh, fucking. Give me a moment to just draw out this here district. There we go. Now, Orchard Square, or I'm going to name it, you know what, I'm going to pay homage. I am a Bills fan. I'm a Buffalo Bills fan. I know, I'm sorry to anyone who's not a Bills fan, but I am one of those people. We're going to just call this Orchard Park. Orchard Park. Oh, it's going to be really weird. Orchard Park Park. Municipal. Kent Square Town Park. Okay, cool. Now we're going to call this Orchard Park. Orchard Park Industrial Complex. Ooh, R-A-L, there we go, Park. Industrial Park. Orchard Park Industrial Park. Industrial Complex. Duh. What am I doing? Orchard Park Industrial Complex. Kent Square, Orchard Park. Look at this. Now you have Kent Square over here. It's a little town. Orchard Park. Beautiful. What we are going to do. We're going to put a 2-lane avenue. 4-lane avenue. My bad. Put a 4-lane avenue. We're just going to kind of... Oh, it lined up perfectly. That's awesome. Oh, man, that is actually really good. It lined up perfectly. All right, so we're going to use the Move It mod. We're going to do a little something here. Move It mod. Control H. Click that. Control H. Click that. We're going to just kind of slow out this road here. A little aggressive. This road's a little aggressive. The road here is a tad bit aggressive, just a tad. All right, there we go. Now look, we've cut it into the hill and leave the hill on this side, and we can straighten it out on this side. Nothing to it. Easy peasy. Straighten out. Look at that. Boom. Check that. Now we can do some stuff here. I'm going to leave this rock formation. Usually I delete stuff like that, but we're not. I think it adds character. All right, first thing is first. We are going to need a bit of residential, but first thing is... No, not first thing first. We need to upgrade that. That needs to be upgraded away to a more adequate situation. And we are going to need to then fix our road system. Okay, there we go. And we're going to need to do that here too. So we'll need to do that here. So you go left, straight. You obviously have to turn because you have to be able to turn here. So we're going to just... No, we're not. No. Hell no, you're not going to turn here. No, we're not going to allow you to turn here. This is not... It's not how that's going to go. We're going to do this. We're going to build us a little bit of a workaround here. We're going to upgrade this over to a 2-lane entry road. There we go. That way, you can enter, but you cannot leave. There's a reason. We do not need that much traffic here in this area. Okay. Boom. Okay. We are going to move this. We're actually going to keep. You know what? I'm going to delete this. We're gonna destroy that and get its money back. Because we can add it. We can add something over here to compensate for it. Plus, this was adding pollution to this area, so we will just now blanket this. Oh, what? Ah. Dumbass. I'm a dumbass, short and spout. Down comes the rain and washes me out. Cool. All right, now we are going to extend this road over where we can, and as you can see, it's doing the bridge thing. That is okay. Adds a little bit of character in areas that are like underlying and wouldn't be able to be built on. Adds a little bit of character. And in my opinion, I kind of like it. Because I have a few areas in my city, in the city I live in, where these little bridges exist into areas. It's just really, yeah, it's really neat. All right. Okay, we are going to do the standard 4x2. There you go. All right, we're going to do the standard 3x2. And the fire department I work for just got a call. Anyway, we are going to then, of course, we have to make this a beautiful intersection. Look, you can't just leave that like crazy. You can't. You can't do that. No. Can't do that. Now. Oh. There you go. There's that. There we go. Alright. Now. Alright, now let's put a timed traffic light here. We are also going to just go ahead and cut across as well. And we'll go ahead and make this one across as far as we can. There we go. What we'll do now is we'll just cut that piece off. That'll work. We'll cut that piece off and we'll add that piece on. There you go. Check that out. Now, we got some gridding. Not a lot of gridding, but some gridding. Now, let's, again, obviously, we are going to put buildings on the edge. We're going to go put in commercial, obviously. Commercial makes the difference. It does. And we're actually not going to do this here yet, because we got more roads to build, and we don't want to delete all our hard work. Now, we are literally going to just paint, like straight up just brush, paintbrush, thick brush all the way across. Like, just all of our, except there. We don't want houses there. Those people in that live in those houses would be so upset at me, and they would always constantly complain. Almost always constantly complain about being that close to the interstate, that with the loudness of the moving vehicles. Every time. Can confirm that is what's going to happen. I will without a doubt tell you that's what's exactly going to happen. We'll go ahead and do houses there too. All right, now we've got houses. You've got mail. You've got mail. No. Anyway. All right. Just as Kent Square looks kind of good. It's a little bit of a grid situation, but it looks good, right? Just as Kent Square looks good, Orchard Park is going to be a little bit more spread out. Kent Square is a bit crammed on this little peninsula. Orchard Park has all the space. So, we're going to change that. Well, we're not going to change it. Orchard Park is still going to have all the space. But, you know, anyway. Kent Square Elementary School. Kent Square High, right? So we're going to need an Orchard Park High, and we're going to need an Orchard Park Elementary School. We will probably place the elementary school somewhere over here. Maybe. Or, I don't know. We'll figure that one out. Oh, hang on. I've got a notification. All right, there we go. Sorry about that. As you can see, we have done that. Right? Kent Square is pretty much finished. We can add some trees in here, kind of look, yeah. I mean, I want to, you know what? I'm going to add alders. We'll do that. We'll add some trees in here. We'll add some trees in here and hope they don't look gray and dingy. Yeah, see, some of them here are starting to look gray and dingy, but that'll do. We're going to go back and we're going to add some trees with leaves, just kind of just dotting everywhere. Ooh. Nope, can't do that. Look at that. Now look. Kent Square is finished. We have a beach area that looks pretty good, a lighthouse with a pier, our really popular battlement trail. There we go. Okay. Looks like the medical center is booming today. And the school is going pretty well. Oh man, their cemetery is booming. And then the elementary school is also pretty well. Right. Let us... we have $80,000 to contend with, so let's just kind of just blanket the area in water pipes. Always put them under roads. Always. Always put your water pipes under roads. The reason behind that is and I explained it last I explained it last game, and I explained it a little bit earlier. Money City engineers will put water piping under roads, so if the water does in fact have a problem, it's easily done to just rip up the road and tell people, hey, you need to detour for a little while we fix the pipe. We're gonna then just gonna take this one and push it out here. There we go. There we go. Alright, starting to look good. Now, let it run for a sec. We're just gonna let it run and let our houses oof. No, we're not. No, we're not. There's a reason we're not. We haven't set mid-century modern just yet. There we go. Now we have. Ooh. What happens to the water? Oh, man. The water just got really awkwardly low. We can't pump it in there because of the ground pollution. However, we can pump it in here. Push comes to shove, we can just put a water pumping station here. There we go. So that's what we're gonna have to do. That's an unfortunate circumstance, but we're gonna have to do that. But look, buildings are building in Orchard Park. Yay! Oh, in this poor no services area. Alright. Everybody's like, we don't have anybody out here to give us service. Panic. Panic. Okay, it's fine. We're gonna fix you. We'll fix it right now. We have the money to finally fix it, guys. We are starting to look up on ourselves. It's starting to look up, guys. It's starting to look up. All of our hard work is finally paying off. We're pulling in $16,000 every week. This is starting to become much better. You know what I realized I just did? Something stupid. Guess what, guys? We have to upgrade all these roads again. Industrial roads. Grid formation. Perfect. We will add a big, because this is a big fire coverage area. We're going to add a big fire department over here. Big one. But where's my industrial fire station? I have an industrial fire station. There it is. Perfect. Industrial fire station with the capacity of 5 fire engines. There's an industrial fire station. We're also going to put a police station out here. Put a police station. Perfect. Check it. Ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Move it for a minute. Move it for a minute. That be why. That right there would be why our problems exist on the front of this. There we go. Perfect. We have police, we have fire, and we'll go ahead and put an ambulance station out here. Perfect. Put an ambulance station right there. Booyah. Ambulance. AMR. we're going to put a red Rosenbauer heavy rescue unit out here. And we're going to put a hazmat patrol. As seeing... Oh, did we hazmat patrol? Did we rescue this? Yes, we did. Yeah, the industrial area always gets the heavy rescue. I used to have a hazmat truck, but it got somehow got kind of stupid and deleted and weird. Alright. I'm actually going to move this. Quite the good spot for it right there. Spread out the emergency services a bit. Move that to like right there. Perfect. Tis is perfect. What happens if we combine the two? Oh boy. Yeah, that kind of looks horrible. Alright. On second thought, we're doing that. We are, however, going to include a evacuation station. A couple, anyway. A couple evacuation stations. A kind of a thing to say, hey guys, it's time to evacuate. And we will also include a small search and rescue station. This is just our emergency services island in this industrial complex. Perfect. Alright. And we're going to go ahead and make this a just concrete island. No real, just concrete. This is an industrial area, after all. Concrete is a thing. Okay. There we go. We are ready for human consumption, and we are human consumption? No, not human consumption. Human interaction on this area. Okay, let's continue. And for the first time ever in the probably 40 so minutes, we are at negative money. We're at negative money, huh? Yeah, they just spent a lot of money. We literally just spent a lot of money on emergency services, so that is, of course. We're going to put the big fire or disaster truck because it's a big disaster area. And we're going to just let these buildings come back to life. They finally have regained their services, as seen here. Let us check our emergency dispatching. Oh, we haven't put a single one of these in. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, we are dumb. We are dumb. Have we not put a single evacuation station in? Oh my god. Have I told everybody lately that I'm just sometimes an idiot? Alright. We are going to put one major... Oh, we can't do the one big evacuation station. Not yet, at least. Alright. We'll put a major evacuation station in when we can. We'll probably put it in somewhere close to the medical center. It's kind of the center of Kent Square, and there's easy access from the major roads. Like, we just need 800 people. Let's hope a disaster does not happen in between. Did I turn disasters on? That is the question. Gameplay. Random disaster. No, that's why. We want random disaster. We're going to go ahead and put it at like a 25%. Yep. No wonder this place hasn't been hit by a disaster yet. I'll be honest. As more and more houses appear over here in Orchard Park, we are continuously growing ever closer to our mark. A McDonald's! We have a McDonald's, ladies and gentlemen, and we have a Burger King. We are growing in such short Burger King. Burger King. We are growing in such short order. Make sure we have... Hold on. Make sure we have the right store. McDonald's. Make sure it's historical. Make sure it's historical. Anytime we see any... I see any of the custom... buildings, I want to... Oh, it's a Walmart! That doesn't need to be there. There's no Walmart there, homie. Sorry about that, but there's no Walmart there. We can build one, which we will probably do in Orchard Park. That actually makes a lot of sense. We will probably build a Walmart, Orchard Park, somewhere. Somewhere. But we are starting to go further and further into our goodness. We may not get to the farming today. It's been 2 hours. We are at 110,000. We are rolling in the money, ladies and gentlemen. We're rolling in the monies. Rolling in the monies. Rolling in the monies. We are making $20,000 every week. We're spending $5,000 every week. So we are rolling in the money. Rolling, so to speak. We're just continuously pumping up those numbers, kid. Like, Jesus. I'm not going to complain. I'm not complaining. Do not ask me if I'm complaining, because I'm not. I'm not complaining. Sounds like I'm complaining, but I'm not. Alright, let us... That's wild. You'd figure we would have more of a requirement as things are building over here. Which nothing is built over here. That makes it sense. Okay, so you know what? We will, in fact, do the farm. While we have 171 grand, we will, in fact, do our farming area. Alright, paint park, industry area. Okay. We're going to do a farm. We're going to take up... Let's see. Let's see what we can unlock with the farms. Alright, let's do a farming area. We're just gonna do it right over here. We're just gonna draw just a little farming area around this area here. Right, boom. We are going to expand our road system. And we're gonna just use this road. We are going to want to expand our road out into the farm. Why? Because, well, we're just going to expand it. Fuck it. Well, we have enough money to blow. We have enough money to blow on this situation. And what I just realized we did, like an idiot, which is actually fine, which is what we're going to actually do. We'll just do that. It works better that way, I guess. All right. We are going to ensure... We forgot to do this. Stop signs. Stop sign. Stop sign. Time traffic light. Stop sign. No stop sign because, well, let's be honest. There's no need to have a stop sign there. Perfect. Alright. Booyah. Alright, now we are in the farming area. Alright. We are going to do another industrial area. No, you know, I mean, as much... Do another industrial road. No. We'll do a small industrial road. Makes more sense. We're going to do greenhouses in here. Anyway. This is not like out in the rural district. No, this is We're going to do greenhouses. If we can. If we can do greenhouses, we're going to do greenhouses. Build that there. Yay! We have unlocked things! Congratulations, everyone. We are now a farmer. Our city is now a farming city. Check this out. Alright, so some poor farmer is going to live in the middle of their main farm building. In their farm. In their industrial farm that is straight up just... Alright, anyway. Some poor farmer is going to live here, and he's going to work here, and this is his job. We are, however, going to... you know what? No. We are going for an aesthetical look, right? Aesthetics. Aesthetics, guys. I told y'all I like to have aesthetics. This guy has a giant farm, right? So this guy should get a country road or like a regular road. We may not have country roads. I think we took out the country road. No, we didn't. It's right there. Cool. Look at that. He's going to live out here on his own. He's going to live out here in a giant ranch. He is one of those people that lived here before the city was here and was like, I ain't fucking moving. So, he's not going to move. This guy, Mr. Amity. Mr. Amity. Mr. Amity lives here. We're going to put this as Mr. Amity's house. Amity Farmland. There we go. We are going to then just build him some pastures. Some fields. Animal pasture. Animal pasture. Ooh. Make him have a... it's going to be a dirt road. Why? Because... why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be a dirt road? This is his farm. This is his farm. This is Mr. Amity's farm. He ain't gonna give up his farmland. That old codger ain't gonna give that old codger ain't giving up his farmland. All right, look at that. Look now, we'll have some sheep, right? We'll have some piggies, and we'll have some cows. Now we'll do some trees. We'll do some trees. We'll do some farm plots. Crop fields. And let's probably use some trees. We'll plant some cotton. No, we'll plant some corn. We're going to do corn. What is common in Alabama? Corn and cotton. Corn and cotton. And oranges. Oranges are common in Chilton County, Alabama. So we're going to do some oranges. Alright, let's get some grain silos. Grain silos. There we go. He's got a bunch of grain silos right there. Perfect. Mr. Amity has his farm. Old Mr. Amity, huh? Okay, anyway. Now, we're going to, obviously, stop sign his shit because he doesn't deserve, not yet at least. It's not big enough yet to get a, not big enough yet to get a, what do I need for, well, no, level 4. I'm looking for the buildings. Flour mill level 2. Cattle shed level 2. Milking parlor. Slaughterhouse level 4. Large grain silos and yeah, okay. So all right, Mr. Amity, there you go. Oh wait, you need water. Water. Every bit of your buildings needs water, so there you go. You have water now. And we're just since you're a farm, give you a water tower. Give you a water tower, and we'll even give you your own power source. Can I do greenhouse? I can do greenhouse. I'm not going to. We're gonna determine that Mr. Amity is just that. He doesn't live in Amity. He just lives on his own. Does his own thing. All right, we are going to need some more industrial. So let's beef up our industrial again. Boom, boom, and we'll do another layer of industrial. And we'll just offset there. There you go. Check that out. More people are going to show up in the town now. Ladies and gentlemen, we are a big town. We have high density residential. We can now pack people in high areas. We have blimps. We have incineration plants. Toll booths. Metro, a prison. And we now have response depots. We can now respond to ginormous problems. Oh, we have the mail. Look, it's the mail. Yeah, we do need to do the mail. The mail most definitely needs to be done. Okay, we'll do a mail sorting facility. Pause. The mail. Postage. That's intercity bus hubs. I need the mail. I need the mail. Where did I put the mail? Is it in industry? Ah, it's an industry. Post sort. Oh my god, that's fucking huge. Holy balls, that's huge. Alright. So. Oh, that's crazy. Alright. Alright, we have a mail sorting hub now, guys. Look at that. Post sorting. But now that we've done that, we have a slight problem. We need post offices. So, Kent Square is going to get a post office. Kent Square is going to get a post office right here. That there is Kent Square's post office. Orchard Park's going to get a post office, and Orchard Park's post office is not going to be there yet because we haven't done anything but some suburbs. We'll do it down in here. We're having some pumping issues. We're having some sewage problems. Rightfully so, we are having some sewage problems. So, let's build more sewer. Let's build more treatment plants. We can't get the big ones yet, so we're going to have to stick with the small ones, and that sucks, but we do what we can. We'll put 2 more in, plus some parking behind them. No, you know what? No, we'll just put 2 more in. We're not going to do parking. Alright, we should be fine on processing of poop now. Poop processing should be okay, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. bit of a problem here. We can solve. These intersections are little nuts. Give me that problem again too, huh? There you go. There you go. Now everybody can exit without having to stop. There you go. See, look at now. Everybody decides to go. Nobody decides to stop. Little bit of lag. I'm going a little fast. So, we'll slow it down a bit. Oh no, we forgot to optimize. Oh no, we didn't optimize the industrial roofs. Okay, well. Alright. We forgot to optimize the industrial area. So let's do that now. Fuck. I forgot we couldn't do that last time. So let's get the Industry 6 lane, because I know we have it. Boom. Industry 6 lane road. Really freaking, really tight. Like, really bad. That's really bad. That is really bad. Slope. Slope. We have to do the same thing we did last time. Kind of maneuver things. Keep it in the middle so that it doesn't fall. There we go. Booyah. Okay, last but not least. Do, and then no, and then no. Alright. Check that out. Now look, everybody's going to try to turn and go. Alright, now we're going to do... we'll do 2 lanes on this one, 3 to 2, 4 to 2 on this one. We'll click here so that way it extends it, and we will remove the crossing cross. Remove the cross. There we go. Check that out. It's starting to look good. The roads look kind of wonky, but to be fair, that's what they're supposed to be. Roads are roads. No. Oof. Fuck. I have no choice but to do that to them. Okay, well, that's wild, I guess. Alright. I have no choice but to do that to them. That is going to be a major problem. That is a major problem. That's not going to be. That is a major problem. How do we solve it? How do we solve it? The only way I know how to solve it, really, to be honest, the only way I know how to solve it... How do I solve it? happens if I put a yield sign? Ooh, no, not give a yield sign. No, just, no. See, people are still not going to go. They're not going to go. They're not going to go. All right. We'll have to do it. It's wild. It's a wild set of circumstances, but it's going to have to be done. And we're going to have to remove the green here to get it done, but see, the problem is no matter how I choose to do it, it's going to be a problem. I've got $300,000. Oh my goodness. Let's pause this. We're gonna do something. We're gonna hope it works. Highway with sound barriers. Highway with sound barriers. With a 25 radius, I think. Set up TMP. And level the terrain. We'll make it 20. 20. We'll make it 15. 15. Perfect. We'll make it 16. Nope. 17. There we go. Alright, let's see if that works out. We'll see how that works. That's a problem. See, that's not what I wanted to do. That's really not what I wanted to do, but that'll have to happen. That will have to happen. To delete this for a minute. That's still connected. We are having a slight issue. What we're going to do is we're going to just put to where everybody can go in either one of the lanes. In either one of the lanes. We'll go into there and we'll just hope to see if that bangs it out. I don't think it's going to. I genuinely don't think it's going to happen. This is going to become a problem. This is a problem. So this will have to be the solution, and I hope that it's the right one. Problem I got here right now is this twofold. A lot of traffic. A lot of dumb traffic. Alright, now we will have to maneuver it back some. Alright, now we will have to do our highway sound barriers. And we'll have to hope that it works. It's not gonna work, is it? No, because we didn't do this. I'm starting to see what the problem might be. Not everybody's going at once. We are going to have to mess with the time limits. Show the counters. No, don't show the counters. Stop. Edit that step. Minimum time of 5. Maximum time of 10. Save. Start. Stop. Edit. 5. 10. Save. Start. And we need to do this minimum to... Okay, so we need to do this second state edit of 10 and maximum of 15. Save. Start. And look, problem solved. Really. Problem has literally no shit been solved here. We're starting to solve our problem here. Yeah, looks, we're slowly but surely solving our problem with... No, we're not. No, we're not. Oh, my goodness. Okay. The only other way I could see is, well, put another roundabout in right here, but the problem is I'd have to rebuild this entire intersection. And now this intersection's backed up because... Fuck. Alright. Did we set up the TMP? We did not. We didn't set up TMP. Hey, our farm has officially done numbers. I want the entrance to yield, and I want you guys to yield to them. Please. Like, yield to them, please. This is a major problem. We're starting to lose. We're gonna have to. We're gonna put. Just gonna have to put this out here for now, so that way we at least have. And I was planning on putting one out here anyway. So. Okay. It's becoming an issue, and the only other thing I could see doing, and you know what? Okay, this is the only other way I can see to fix this. This might actually work. 4 there. There. One, two, three. Oh shit, that's not what I need to do. It's the only other thing I can see doing that would possibly work is putting a bridge. In hopes that it would work. Like, in hopes that it works. Alright, let's see if that works. Kind of giving everybody a way to kind of turn and kind of go without having to live, so to speak, through that way. Vicariously. That's the other thing. We need to go ahead and upgrade this to a one-way here. That might be part of the issue. Hey, well, it might somewhat be fixed. Because people are starting to cross this way now. Let's hope it fixes itself here. This problem just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Oh no, bro! This is starting to become an issue, guys. And I don't quite know exactly how to solve it. You know what? Fuck. Well, we're gonna give one more shot here. We're gonna give one more try to solve this issue before we call it quits for now. So there we go. We'll see if that works. Giving us a kind of a flow in from another way to see if people start coming that way. Maybe they're still not going to come this way, are they? So we're going to have to force them. We're going to have to force them to come this way. So go that way. Now go that way. Now you people understand. No. Go that way. Everybody go that way. Everybody go that way. Yep, everybody go that way. For a second. There you go. Now, you guys need to understand that there's another way to go. Hey, more people are understanding there's another way to go. Look. Look at that. More people are understanding there's another way to go. Let's give that way the yield sign. Let's remove all of this and let's make that way, so that way no one has to fucking stop here. Keep it moving, folks. We only have a landfill site that it's not hard, and we are starting to relieve the backup. Look at that, folks. Truck route. Everybody was trying to go in there. Oh, I see what they were trying to do. So everybody was trying to go into this side is what it looked like. Just the amount of dumbness that was all the traffic through here was backing everything up. It looks better. Looks better. All right. We lost a little bit of our industrial complex out here too. So we need to kind of repair that. Kind of needs to be repaired here. We lost a little bit of our industrial complex. And look, the traffic problem has been alleviated. Okay, so we have determined what the problem was. It was everybody was trying to stack up on that, and we also didn't do this, which we did it earlier, but okay. That is exactly as it should be. But look at all the traffic here now. What the fuck, you guys? Boop. 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 And boop. And we are starting to see things have settled back to normal in the traffic department, except for here in Orchard Park. My question is why? Why? What? Okay, hang on. Part of the issue is because, plain and simple, you guys are on a 2x2 trying to go on a 4x2. Alright, we need to go ahead and post up our photo here. So, boop, boop. We need to establish our turn lanes. Boop, boop. Now, wait. 1, 2, 2, and 3. And 1, 2, and 3. So now we have all our turn lanes. So now, no, we don't. We don't have all of our turn lanes yet. There we go. Now we have all of our turn lanes. Now, we have our turn lanes. Now we need our straight lanes. So straight, 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 and straight. Straight, straight, and straight. Booyah. Check that out. Now, let's see how this works out, people. We're hoping. Oh, wait, we didn't miss this. We messed this one up a bit. This looks horrible. Let's change that. Boop. Alright, now, check that out. See what... Why is there an ambulance? No, that's a hazmat unit. Never mind. Why is there an ambulance? What in the fuck? Why are you guys not going here? Stop. Remove. Timed. There you go. Finally. That's why. There wasn't a timer on the... It was just... Everybody was just stacking up over here. There wasn't a timer. It's also... This truck here is becoming a fucking issue. Alright. There you go. Everybody should go when they're sent, and look at this. Now everyone is moving in the right direction. Everyone needs to be moving in the right direction. Make sure everyone can go in the right direction. Boop, 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 boop. we are starting to fix our traffic problems. Our traffic problems are starting to be fixed. And we need to stop sign. Stop sign. The only road that we don't need to stop sign is that one. Because that one's going to get a traffic light. Because that one is going to also be a double road. Now check this out. Our traffic problems are being solved. Sort of. Sort of being solved. Oh, that was an autosave. Okay. Ooh, I thought me crashed. I was like, no. Alright. We are going to also stop this, remove it, and we're just going to re-put it back. So that way, we now have a correct traffic light that moves quick and will continually put people in the way they need to be. And I may also, I'm going to think about doing this. No, maybe. Going to. We're gonna work on it. And then we're gonna go down some, and then we're gonna just give ourselves a little. Ha! Check that out, and we suddenly can. And will have an interstate exit to kind of use, sort of. And we're going to do a little bit of a move it mod because I realize that things aren't. Control H, get that there. Control H, get that to that one. Control H, get this one to that one, right? Control H, get it to this one. Control H, that one. And what we're going to do then is we're just going to raise this one up till it's a little bit level. And we're going to actually adjust this. We're actually going to adjust this node into a slope node, or a flat node? Slope node. We're going to adjust that node into a slope node. It's not that aggressive now. It's not as aggressive as it was. And there's still ability to drive through on the roadways below. Cool. How much of the industrial did we take? Not much. Not much of the industrial was taken in that process. Some industrial was taken. Not a lot. We're going to go ahead and just fill this up. As we were waiting on several items down here, but it's going to take the farm a while, to be honest with you. So we'll just have to build another farm industry when we have the chance. Okay. Booyah. Now, we should start seeing more people actually use this exit to the interstate. We should start seeing more people use the... Aha! Look at that! They're using it. They're using it, ladies and gentlemen. They are using it. let's hope they keep using it. Yes, they do. They do keep using it. At least the trucks do. And that's the major problem, is trucks. That is the major issue, is trucks. And it is raining for the first time in a while. Probably because I had dynamic weather off. And we are at 6,000 people with $1 million. We are finally earning $1 million in this city. And I am super happy. Okay. What else do we need here, folks? We're going to go ahead and delete this. We have enough water. I forgot to delete it. We're going to delete it. We have enough water supply with this pump house. We're not going to risk the poisoning of my people. We're going to make this a 4-lane. We're going to go ahead and give this a 4-lane upgrade. And actually, we're going to go ahead and give the entire highway a barrier upgrade. We're going to go ahead and give the entire highway a barrier upgrade. Trust me, you will understand sound barriers. Wait a minute. Why the fuck was I doing 3s? Why am I doing 3s? They're supposed to be 2s. That's why I was doing 3s, because 3s were needed for this one. And 4 was needed for this one. Because of the fact that I now have an on-ramp, middle, custom, stretched end. No, just, there we go. Shit. Thank you. Okay. All right, sound barrier highway systems. Okay, sound barrier highways. Sound barrier highways are some of the better highways because why? Guess what, everybody? Oh, it ain't gonna let me do it, is it? Nope. I moved that a little too close. I also moved that one a little too close. Same thing with this one. A little too close. Everybody along the highway is like, yay, he finally put in sound barriers, because there's one thing that people hate, and it is sound. So as you can see, This fucking area is sound as hell. Like, red, super sound. Why do you think we put all the trees here? Trees block sound. And honestly, I could put a little bit more trees in here to block them from these houses. Right? But as you can see, it's a stark contrast. Red, trees, houses. Right? Okay. With sound barriers, these highways, when they become packed out, they will become packed out. It's insane. Any major road that does, and see how this is all like commercial, and you come down here, it's pretty loud. But you come over here, not a lot of loud. You hear it? But if you come over here, really freaking loud. That's how that works. All the trucks are causing loudness. All the big trucks cause loudness. All the cop cars and fire trucks cause loudness. Every car causes a significantly less amount of loudness, but still cause loudness. This thing here tends to put out a crap ton of loudness. But if you look, this farm is doing relatively well. Look at that. Relatively well. It is getting there. Its output is I make $60 profit off of Amity farmland. Mr. Amity's place makes $60 worth of profit. We're going to improve, but we're going to improve that. So we're going to just give him some... We're not going to give him automatization because we're not going to put our people out of work. And as you can see, we're not going to lose any workers. And that is also part of the problem of why we had so many trucks coming through is because the farm's down here. And the farm supplies a lot of these businesses. And there's nobody here. Oh, we need people. Well, oh boy, I got to get ready for work soon. And it is almost at 3 hours. So we are going to go and we're going to basically give an overview of what we started and done. Okay? Because we are going to end the stream. So we started out in Kent Square. Nothing was built past Orchard or past Kent Square. The elementary school wasn't done. So what we did today is we added a park trail around the battlements. We added a park trail down in here into this area that no one takes. I don't know why no one wants to come down here. I would love to come down here. I guess it's because it's wet. I don't know. We upgraded our road systems within here. Pretty good, pretty decent road system. And look how busy it is through here. Man, this is a bustling city now. Oop, there's a fire somewhere. Go, fire truck, go. Oh, there's multiple fire trucks. Go, fire trucks, go. Look at that. The fire trucks have arrived. Anyway. We're going to start back out over here again. Alright, so we have done a really good job on... And we're going to pause it. We're going to pause this because we don't want to lose our businesses that we're losing back here. We have done some very decent items. We fixed the road problem. We fixed some of the traffic issues that were going on right here. And we did some lane math. That was part of the tie that we had today for our this week. For our polls in the Discord. If you are not a part of the Discord is in my Twitch, and you will be able to make decisions like some other people today. Today we had a tie, so I did them both. We had fixed the road and traffic problems, and we had create farmland, which we will get to. So we have fixed the traffic. It was pretty much good. We created a new elementary school campus. Looks pretty decent. Not gonna lie, pretty decent. The kids got a park. Looks like they're using it. Kids got an elementary school. There's enough parking to sustain a small school. We put up more trees just for some ambience. Gotta love it. We fixed the industrial complex road system. This was a problem, and we had to do a couple of hard fixes to get it to fix, but we got it fixed, nonetheless. There's now not much traffic floating around in here. That's full, and that is getting full. So we're going to have to rely on this one for a while. wherever it went. Wherever it may be. There, no. Where is it? Anyway, yes, we have some problems. We're going to need more people, but we'll do that next episode. We established a industrial park in Orchard Park. We've established a new little kind of part of our city, or Orchard Park, and this is the industrial complex. It has a very awesome public safety complex, if I do say so. And very awesome little public safety complex here. We have a fire station, a search and rescue station, a ambulance station, and 2 evacuation places, plus a radio tower. Last but not least, we've expanded into We've expanded into Orchard Park, and we've started building houses complexes. We have a McDonald's now. We have a Steak and Shake. Kinda. It's like their version of Steak and Shake. And we have a Burger King. Hell yeah. We got another Burger King. 2 Burger Kings, same street. Burger King must be famous. Why? Why? We don't have a Walmart. Oh, look. We have some sort of store. Anyway, yes, we have created Orchard Park. Orchard Park is now a thing. We will put a Walmart out in here somewhere. And there's going to be more, like, advances in probably some high-density residential in here. Well, we're going to have to flatten it out, remove some features, and I think I'm going to leave this, though. I'm going to try to incorporate this rock formation into my build. And last but not least, we extended our street all the way down here, and we put in Mr. Amity's farmland. We expanded our farm business. That was one of the tied things for our Discord channel, and so we did. What is common here in Alabama is corn and cotton, and oranges. So, yes, we have cows, sheep, and pigs, and it looks like it's been doing really well. Let's see how it does. Yeah, it's outputting about 2,000 a month, or a week, which is good. So 358 upkeep, total profit of 2,595. We're going putting in work here. And, yeah, that's about it. Oh, we did install some more power. We do have 2 more power turbines. 2 power turbines here, right next to the fishing industry, which we did, in fact, update. And we have restored the... oh, look at that house. That's cool. That's cool. That's staying historical. That's staying historical. I like that. That's cool. It's a house and then a couple of side houses. That's kind of neat. Not gonna lie. Alright. Anyway. We have officially made the suburbia of Lumina Bay. I think next week we are going to out in here more suburbia. And I believe we can buy our way over to this next portion. I may just build out in here too. Maybe. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. It's a grind. It's a bump. It's a grind, and it's pretty cool. Anyway, so we are approaching our 3-hour mark, so we are going to end our stream today. I appreciate everybody who joined. And stay tuned to my Discord for more updates and the next weekly poll, which I will put out, I want to say Monday. I'll put that one out Monday. Usually these will be appearing on Saturdays, but since I got called into work tomorrow, I decided today was going to be the day that I did it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave you with this glorious shot. Goddamn lag. Glorious shot of the cities. Of the city so far. This is our city so far. So, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you for watching. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Or, well, not tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. But sometime this weekend we'll be doing another stream. But we'll see you guys real soon. Y'all have a good one.